Hi, I'm Dr. Zoe. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and relationship coach. I received a question from a reader about how she can deal with a very toxic relationship with her father and the guilt of giving up on that relationship. Trying to stay in relationship with people who you love but hurt you is a delicate balance that should always err in your favor. I'm not a believer that we should burn bridges in our lives, except in the most extreme cases of abuse. Rather, I think we should know clearly where people stand and treat them accordingly. I like to think of our relationship with our family and friends as a big circle around us with smaller circles inside, kind of like levels. At the very center is yourself, of course, and in that core, you have a few people. Those are your ride or dies. You trust them implicitly and you know that they have your back. If you have one or two of these in your life, you are good. The next circle are very close friends, and the circles then expand from there. So the most outer circle makes up your acquaintances or colleagues. It's important to note that at different times in your life, your inner circle people could move to outer circles and vice versa. We get into trouble when we interact with people as if they're in a more central circle than they should be. Now, I know it takes an emotional toll to designate your family member to an outer circle, but I truly believe it's better than burning a bridge with them. But sometimes you have to. So what this means is that you have to expect that your family member is going to be exactly who they are. They will likely always have the issues that they do, and they'll continue to treat you the way they do until the day they die. Once you get crystal clear about this, they can't hurt you anymore. Because what's hurting you the most is your present desire for your family member to change, and the hope that the more you do or the longer you wait or the more you prove to them that you're good enough, that they'll change. And then when they don't, you're devastated once again. It's time to stop that cycle. When you designate your family member to an outside circle and remind yourself that they are who they are, they're not going to change, then you can decide how to move forward in the way that's healthiest for you, not them. It also should look like immediately disengaging whenever they break your boundary, which should include you no longer tolerating any verbal or emotional abuse from them. It's your job to care for yourself, and you do this by not subjugating yourself to their abuse. You've got to make it clear that whenever they say something offensive or inappropriate, the conversation or the visit is immediately over and you go back to your life. Whatever difficulties they're having in their life are not your responsibility because of the damage that they continue to create when you engage with them. You may be a caring person, but sometimes it's at your own expense. The reality is that all the pain from your childhood to present isn't going to just go away. So now's the time to grieve the loss of the relationship, the one that you always wanted. You've got to promise yourself that you will no longer tolerate abuse. You're going to love yourself and the way that you deserve to be loved, and you're going to find people who belong in the inner circle of your life to do the same. I also encourage you to find a therapist with whom you can work through these issues. This is a lifelong journey that gets healthier as you walk along. It's not easy, but you'll thank yourself for taking these steps. Just make sure that you get support along the way. You've got this.